All right, man. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Sorry for the air condition. But we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Um, NBA live stream. Check our NBA 101 playlist. Is all live NBA talk. Don't forget, check out the NBA Talk playlist, the Retro Hoop Series playlist. I dropped the episode about 1994. Hakeem Olajuwon is at the best individual season of all time in NBA history. So if you missed that, check that Retro Hoop Series playlist out. Other than that, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests. Appreciate everybody that will tap in on the replays. Appreciate everybody that's checking in on that's live. Hey man, hit the chat up. Let me know where you guys from. Kind of do a little small roll call if you guys want to do that. But meantime, in between time, don't forget you can check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. www.thehealthblaze.com. They got 100% all natural products from lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfellow1Box to get 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. If you talk a little fast or you listening slow, don't forget to check out cell phone buyers recyclers. They buy iPhones and probably buy other phones too. So you can hit the number on your screen. They website, they social media in the description. Check them out, man. Really good people over there. Two strong black businesses that we trying to uplift. So if you support the channel, go see what they got. You got an old phone laying around, hit them up, hit their line up, hotline bling their ass. You feel me? But don't forget to check out my boy Dame J new album, one of the hottest albums, underground albums I heard this year. I'm not as in tune with the underground as I used to back when Lil Flip and Beanie Siegel and them was running the underground. But I'm telling you this, I don't listen to a lot of modern day hip hop. He got it, bro. Bars, lyrics, good engineering, mixing, good production. Ain't no just makeshift album. So go check him out. He on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. I checked them all. Dame J, no regrets. Go check the LP out, bro. Coffee Universe, LA in the building. Salute. But yeah, we're gonna talk today about you know how the NBA should carry on the season. Damian Lillard said he'll sit out. If they don't have a strong opportunity and make the playoffs in Portland, and then Chuck Daly is reported by uh, SI reporter Jack McCullum that Chuck Daly was in on the conspiracy to have Isaiah Thomas blocked out the Dream Team. So we talk about that. That'll be our topics today. Richmond, Virginia, in the house. Salute, veteran 85. All right, so y'all can continue to shout out where y'all from, man. I'm gonna continue to shout them out. But how the NBA should continue. I read an article today that they may do like soccer do, World Cup play where they have two tiers, and they might have where you have to do a little qualifying round and all that type of stuff. I'm not too in tune. 4G salute. I'm not in tune with soccer, or how it worked, but they would each team and each tier would play each other two times. You know what I'm saying? My issue with that is the way they had it tiered. It was like the Clippers, the Lakers in tier one. It was the Bucks. So they all would play each other two times, and then the winner would advance. You know what I'm saying? Who got the best record or the top two records. I don't want to see LA and the Clippers in the first round. They would have to mix the tiers up. You know what I'm saying? JA salute. They would have to mix them tiers up. This also talks about just taking the 16 teams that qualify right now and doing a 7-game series with them. But then again, who actually wants to jump into a 7-game series coming off the bench? I'm not going to dwell on the coronavirus. Let's just go on. We dwelled on that in the last episode. Let's just go on as if they gonna do this, right? What's the proper way to do it? Just to throw the 16 teams out there? Should they have a play-in like the NCAA tournament? So if you look at the NBA standings, let's pull it up. You look at the NBA standings, right? So pull it up. Right now, Orlando will be the eighth seed in the East. Washington is 5 games behind them in the loss column. Charlotte is 7 games behind them. Chicago is 8 games in the loss column. And the Knicks are 10 games in the loss column. Really, you don't have to have a play in the East. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? For what? Washington got 24 games. They only won 24 games out of 64 games. You don't have to have a play-in. Orlando and Brooklyn is under 500, 30 and 35 and 30 and 34. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a plan for that. You go to the Western Conference, the Grizzlies are the AC. They one game under 500. Portland is 5 games back in a lost column. New Orleans is 6 games back in the lost column. Same thing for Sacramento. Same thing for San Antonio. So is it fair for let's just put it this way, Renardo Salute, is it fair for Memphis for all they did in the regular season and they 65 games they already played? Is it fair to have to play Portland in the play-in or have to play New Orleans in the... No, it ain't fair. I'm 5 games up. You know what I'm saying? It's less than 20 games left, 18 games left. But why do I have to play Portland? We was going to make it in anyway. You had 64, 65, 66 games for you to be able to make a statement to get in the playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? So, in my personal opinion, they gonna need a preseason, bro, or something like that, or they could finish out the 16 games. It'll be like a summer league AAU type of thing. But be wary, you're gonna have a lot of injuries. You're gonna have a lot of injuries. Not like I say, for every athlete you see working during the coronavirus, it's 50 of them that's laying on their ass, not doing nothing, fucking, eating shrimp, eating chitlins, eating pork chops, eating out every day. You know what I'm saying? You can look like you in shape. James Harden lost a lot of weight. It don't look like he was healthy weight loss, but hey, not saying he doing nothing. But you can't simulate playoff intensity. For you to come into playoffs with no rhythm, and you got to look at it. What did LA play all these games and didn't do no load management for? To wear white jerseys on Walt Disney Complex. Think about that shit for a minute. You bust your ass through the entire season to get home court advantage, and now you playing next to Mickey Mouse. You just played for just to get the rights to wear white jerseys. If anything, to continue the season, they should call it something else. You know, and you Giannis Antetokounmpo, I know I fucked his name up, but if you Giannis, do you want this to be your first championship? Come on. And people will go, well, Tim Duncan first championship was a lockout. That was different though. They still played what, 50, 60 games? They've been off since March, April, May, June. They probably started back in July. And some people say, oh yeah, they should start back. They should start back. Cool. But as soon as LeBron lose, his fans gonna say it didn't count. You feel what I'm saying? If you Giannis, they gonna say your first championship didn't count. And then you win the championship and you can't even enjoy a fucking parade. That's something that people not thinking about. You can't enjoy a parade. What, you gonna have your parade in 2021? Come on, man. They gotta call it something else. Raise on salute. They gotta call it if they want to do it like with qualifying rounds and tiers, that's cool. Call it the World Cup of basketball. But me personally, if I was doing it, I would kill it. Ain't none of these fucking billionaires hurting for $1. Just keeping it real. But like I said, I'm not gonna dwell on that. If I was doing it and I was forced to continue the season, it's hard. I'm gonna tell you what's hard about it. In the NBA, you got 30 plus teams. I don't know how many teams it is no more. I used to know it. You got a lot of teams in the NBA, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring all these players that went back to France, that went back to Uzbekistan, and they went back to Europe, and they went back to Canada. You got a lot of dudes who got travel bans where they went. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes overseas that can't make it back. You feel me? But if you can get all these dudes back, it's probably in their best interest to finish the season. Me personally, what I would do is I'll rent two different fucking complexes. You know what I'm saying? I would change the rules to the game. I would have my people working on the schedule right now. That schedule would be all the Western Conference teams would play each other on a different coast. They'd be in Vegas. I take whatever is it 16, 15, 18 teams in the Western Conference. I do a makeshift 20 game, 16 game, whatever games left. I just say 20 for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? I had all the teams in the West go to Las Vegas and they're running. All the teams in the East will go to Disney World, and they'll run the 20 games, whatever the 20 games it is. Whoever at the end of the 20 games got the best record that tallied up with what they done before the season entered, they get in the playoffs. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? At least you keep a Western Eastern Conference feel to it. You feel what I'm saying? So then the top 16 teams get into the playoffs. Me personally, anybody can test positive at any given chance. So you want to shorten it up as much as you can. You feel what I'm saying? So the first round will be a best of 5. One the way it'll be a best of 5 series, and that's the way it should be. They kind of changed that because when Dikembe Mutombo upset the Sonics back in the day, the Denver Nuggets, they was the 8th seed, they upset the 1 seed, I think it was. Then they started winning the 7-game series. There's no reason for round 1 of the playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? To go 7 games. No reason. It should be a 5 games. You're wasting our time. This should be on a regular. So round 1 should be 5-game series. Western Conference people out in Las Vegas. Eastern Conference teams out in fucking Disney World. All right. Game, then you go to the second round, the conference semifinal. That could be game 7. The semis, game 7. And then when you get to the championship, whoever got the best, whoever got the best record through the playoffs, that's where the championship game would be played at. So if the Lakers end up running through the West and they got a better record than, let's say, Philly run through the East, then the playoffs is going to be played in Las Vegas. The championship. If Philly got the best record, the Lakers got to come to Disney World to play. Simple as that. Therefore, it got some type of conference type of feel. It got some type of pride. You know what I'm saying? Where instead of everybody just being the Walt Disney World, you playing for something. You want to close the Rockets out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's close them out so we ain't got to travel to Walt Disney World. And the whole 7-game series to be played either in Las Vegas, depending on the playoff record, or to be played in Walt Disney World. They shouldn't sit there and put 30-some NFL teams there with all the trainers, with all the coaches and the ref in one area. No. If TNT handling, I don't know what the Western Conference, let them handle the Western Conference playoffs. If they're going to throw TBS in it this year or ABC, whatever, TBS and TNT, they handle the West. The Eastern Conference is handled by ABC and ESPN. And that's how they should show it. It's as simple as that. It ain't got to be rocket science. The 20 games that you're going to play, that lead up to the playoffs, to be honest, you can knock that out in a couple weeks. These dudes need a few weeks to get their wind up, to play into shape. Some dudes didn't even have a gym to work out in. Some dudes didn't have a rim to work out in. Some people in France couldn't leave their hotel room. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let them have a small training camp, 2 weeks. So if you're talking about the end of July, this shit might go on until November. I'm jokingly saying that, but you talking about you got to get 2-week training camp, right? Let's say they say do the first 2 weeks of July training camp. Cool. Then the season kickoff. You talking about 20 games. Let's say they can fit in safely 3 games. Let's say 4 games a week they can fit in, right? Since they ain't got to travel. So you talking about a month of the regular season left. A month. Maybe a month in a week. So now you looking at you like in September now. You like the end of August. So you start the playoffs. You do the best of 5, the best of 7. So really, you looking at an October finish. Then you looking at you got to get the NBA Combine going. Then you looking at you got to get the draft going. So the next season won't start until like January or Christmas. And not to mention, you didn't compact the schedule. So where's the rest at? If the season is don't end until October, you talking about coming back for Christmas? I mean, see, you might not have to. You fucking up 2 seasons now. You said 10 games to get in the playoff, but then again, is 10 games enough to get guys into shape? That's the question. KC King, salute game time. I see you, righteous father. That's my whole thing. You can say 10 games. That ain't that. The average dude ain't gonna be in shape. I think they need I think proper 20 games, because if you back 5 games and you Portland, you behind 5 games. Shit, you gonna have some meaningless games if you keep losing. I say 20. I say 20 because that's gonna get guys in shape and get guys the proper opportunity. Or if it's 16 games average left, so that's about a month of games you play for a week. But all you looking at is you fucking up 2 seasons now. This ain't got nothing to do with the fans. For people thinking, oh, the NBA doing this for us, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, man, and share the video, please. You know what I'm saying? People thinking about this for the fans. This for the fans. This shit ain't for the fans. This shit for their pockets. That's why LeBron changed his tune. Mark Cuban ain't Donald fucking not Donald, but Steve Ballmer ain't hurting. Let me let y'all in a secret. The majority of these owners, this is play. You know what I'm saying? This is something they have fun with. This ain't they main source of income. You feel me? This ain't their main source of income. You know what I'm saying? And when they started, when LeBron was like, was rumors saying, I don't care if we finish the season. I don't want to finish the season, right? Soon as they said that shit, that rumor came out. What they do? Or we gonna threaten to cut? We gonna recoup the salaries? Come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Wealthy people don't care shit about the small people. And once the small guy like us, and then the rich people, see, look, there's a difference between rich and wealthy. Rich is like the average NBA player. They rich. Wealthy is like Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Steve Ballmer, Jeff Bezos. That's wealthy. Once you realize there's really no difference between being broke, rich, and being broke and rich and middle, it ain't even no middle class. If you got money, you don't. The wealthy people don't care nothing about nobody that's below them. Not to try to kick no fucking knowledge, they don't care. But once the rich and the lower class people realize it's more of us than them, once they get past the biblical bull jive they put there and the laws they get there, if we all loke up and join together and hold hands and not look if you white, black, Simpson, yellow, orange, or green, we outnumber them. During the pandemic, they are raising prices, electric prices and gas prices and utilities and water prices. They still got late fees. They don't have no feelings for us, bro. They don't care. Oh, we want to recoup our money from the NBA players, right? We want to recoup the money from the baseball players, right? You late on your car payment. They want to recoup. They want to come take your car or put a late fee on that. They ain't trying to work with nobody. They quick to put it on your credit report. Meanwhile, what's stopping you from going upside these marks' head is a law in Bible. Once people realize the citizens are what make the world go round. The army is filled with us. The military in whole, Air Force, it's us. It's regular working motherfuckers. You feel me? Us. The police, us. All we doing is protecting them. And if they don't do right by us, and it's going to get worse by the time we all old, 60, 70, 80 years old, the world going to take a turn for the worse. It's no different between the players in major sport and other than baseball. They got a strong union. And the owners. The owners are the same callous, same heartless bastards that's jerking us every day. They don't want to give you a $2. They want to take your $2 raise away. Did the corona go away? No. The same ones that don't want to pay $20,000-$30,000 to their employees, and they done made $30 billion since the pandemic to make sure their employees okay. The players feel the same wrath we do. That's why the season's starting back up. Nothing more, nothing less, because they want to recoup the player's salary. And if you was a player, and if you were a player that was about to be a free agent, they want that money now, immediately. Not immediately, immediately. So if they recouping, I don't know, March 20 game salary, whatever that was, for you, let's say 20 games was $4 million, $10 million, $20, $50, $60 million. They want that now. Now, if you still got years left, they want to take that money in installments out. They fucking heartless, dog. They heartless. They heartless, bro. How many billionaires have you heard speak up about George Floyd dying, getting killed? None of them gonna speak up. Some lady got slapped out here in Ypsilanti by the police. Her boyfriend looked to be white or mixed or something. They didn't put hands on him. They punched a girl. How many billionaires speaking up? And my condolences go to George Floyd and his family. That was Steven Jackson's brother. Yes, Steven Jackson, Pacer Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson, All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. I'm upset today. I'm not going to go live on that. I'm too upset and I'm too angry. These billionaires don't care about nobody, bro. This pandemic, if it ain't showed you nothing else but to stack your money, it showed you that these callous, heartless dudes don't care nothing about the players. NFL talk about surgical masks to go over the face mask. Are you out your fucking mind? They preach player safety. So in the NBA, what's the plan for drug testing? What's the plan for testing these dudes? I mean, for the coronavirus. They gonna do rapid testing? Imagine in the NBA conference finals, right? Giannis tests positive for corona. Come on. LeBron tests positive for corona in the finals. You know what they gonna do? They gonna sweep that shit under the rug. They gonna put every player out on risk. If it's the right player, they gonna put everybody at risk out there, man. I'm just speaking facts. You ain't heard one thing leak out about the testing protocol. Not one thing you heard speak out about the testing protocol. All you hear is about what's the structure going to be. The first thing we got to talk about is player safety. Do you cancel it if one player come up with it? They trying to put all these motherfuckers in Walt Disney World complex. That's stupid. Let Vegas get some shine. Let them make some bread. You feel me? And let Orlando get their money. And then you're going to be able to keep these players in a bubble? When I say a bubble, that means they can't do nothing and go nowhere unless it's deemed safe. And then again, you got to make sure the employees are clean. That's working at the resorts. That's working at the restaurants. All it takes is for one of them to get the coronavirus. This whole shit fucked up. Now, not only have you put next season at risk, you know what I'm saying? You put each player at risk. You worry about the refs being in the bubble. You worry about the team trainers being in the bubble, the assistant, the head coaches. Where's the social distancing going on the bench? And then you worried about small shit. Because you can hear these dudes cussing on the court. So now you got to plug in sound. Or now you got to put it on a 10 or 20, 30-second delay. This is all small things they got to figure out. And on top of that, you got to figure out a format to get these dudes back in shape. And that's going to be fair for teams that's in the playoff race. Too much. And then you got to do this in a timely manner. If you rush, it's going to be a lot of injuries. Soft tissue injuries, torn ACLs, strained Achilles, hamstring issues, hip issues. Come on, man. It's just pure ignorant. Pure ignorant. And it's not going to be the best product. It's not just about the LeBrons, the Giannis's, the Eric Bledsoes, the Ben Simmons, the Joel Embiid, the Jokic's of the world. It's about the Devin Chinkos. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's about the Miles Turners of the world. They're important too. Me personally, I would call it something else. I would tinker around with a new format. Personally, maybe they should adopt the soccer World Cup format. I don't like the way the example was set in tiers, but maybe they should adopt that format and just call it something else. But calling this a world championship, can't do it. What did LeBron bust his ass for the best record in the West? What did Giannis bust their ass for the best record in the East for? Just to wear white jerseys? And like I said, what I would do is I would do 20 games to get these dudes in shape. Maybe do a handful of preseason games. If it's average 16 games left, do a handful of scrimmages or something like that. I would have the Western Conference in Las Vegas. Like I said, just to wrap it up, I had the Eastern Conference in Orlando. You feel me? I had them all working out, training camp for 2 weeks. Then maybe I get into like a few preseason games, 4 preseason games. You know what I'm saying? Then we get to the 16 game regular season. We run it. By that time, everybody should be in shape. Then you go to the playoffs, first round, best of five, second round, semi-conference, conference semis, best of seven, final conference finals, best of seven, NBA finals, best of seven. Whichever team come out the East or West, whoever got the best conference record, that's where the championship would be hosted for the 7 games. So if whoever come out the East got the best record, that win the Eastern Conference, and they got a better playoff record than what they got in the West, then the championships would be played in Orlando. If the West got the better record, the Lakers come out and they got the best record, and let's just say Philadelphia come out the East and the Lakers got the best record, well, Philly got to go to Vegas for a 7 game championship. People say, then why they just don't do the 2-3-2 format? But then again, you don't want to be traveling in the air, going through private jets and going through airports, and somebody get the coronavirus. So we just gonna do the whole best of 7 in Orlando or Las Vegas. I think that's too small, or it's too wrong for have every team in the NBA just in Orlando. Let the West bang out Las Vegas. Let Vegas get their damn they economy boosted on up, and let Orlando in the East get their economy boosted on up, and then we can meet in the middle at the end. Me personally, I ain't counting it against Brian if he winning or losing. I ain't counting it for Giannis if he winning or losing. But now you're looking at a situation where the season may not start until 2021, depending on how they do this. And if they jam too much shit in too many games in a short amount of time, now you're looking at a situation where you're gonna get injuries. Even the JaVale McGee injury hurts the depth for the Lakers. Patrick Beverly get injured, that hurts the Clippers. So me personally, I will kill it. It's just too much shit to be going on, and I let the players keep their money, and I let the offseason commence. Since we talking about Orlando, we just had a scouting combine in Orlando. We had a draft, virtual draft, or you can have if you find some place to get cleared that's open up the economy. We had a virtual draft, there, or we have a draft there. But now you talking about some players that may not get drafted until like October, November. So don't fuck up this to fuck up, for the future. So let's say LeBron did win it this year, and the season don't start until December of 2021. So LeBron, let's say LeBron did win 2 ships, right? Both of them tainted, in my opinion. Let's say Giannis did win the next 2, both of them tainted, in my opinion. Real talk, I wouldn't respect neither one of them. He said, "Man, bump the NBA season, NFL training camp in 9 weeks." That may be makeshift. Talking about the NFL, a lot of places ain't open back up yet, and we ain't even talking about the second wave that could be coming in. Japan still got their ban going on, and China going on the second lockdown. You see what I'm saying? So, and in the wintertime, the coronavirus, and the flu, you're gonna have a lot of confusion. So all they gonna do is, I'm gonna tell you what they gonna do. They gonna sweep this under the rug. They gonna be telling people they got the flu. Get the flu, the flu, the flu. They gonna be calling the coronavirus the flu. It's a lot of companies that's gonna be working hella overtime. A lot of these dudes gonna be working hella overtime. A lot of dudes gonna die from this coronavirus at work. A lot of people gonna die from work exhaustion trying to keep up and get this money for the holiday season. Me personally, my advice to y'all would be: if you gonna grind, fuck celebrating Christmas, fuck the New Year's, forget Black Friday and all that, man. Put your money up for a rainy day, cause it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Pay your electricity bill, a month ahead of time, a couple months ahead of time. So when it's gonna come back again. A lot of times you gonna get sick again. You gonna miss work again. It's just the way it's gonna be. They willing to sacrifice lives for the economy. Just the way it's gonna be. And then force people to get a flu vaccine. And then they had a recall on the flu vaccine. I was reading. I don't know how true that was, but my personal opinion, that's how I would rock it. If you ask me what would be my alternative thing for the NBA, if I didn't do it that way, to give y'all an alternative, since they may be listening, what I then would do is I would do the World Cup format, but my tiers would be different than what I saw. I would have a big team in each of the five. Is it the five tiers they had? 16 teams, I think it is. Four tiers. I would have a big team. I would say I have a west, and I would just have fun with it. I would do West and East. I still would keep my Las Vegas and Orlando format, but I would say the Lakers would be tier one. Then I would say another tier two would be, let's just say, Milwaukee, since they had the next best record. Then whoever had the next, let's say, I don't know the records. I ain't looking at them right now. Let's say Kawhi Leonard had a good record. The Clippers would be big team in tier three, and then I don't know. Miami was tier two, with tier four. Then I would go with the two seed, the second best team, and I'll just go all the way back. So I have a big player. I had a second big player. I had a middle of the pack, and then I have the worst teams in there that barely make the playoffs. And then we would do everybody play each other twice. Whoever had the top records, they come out, and I would do it that way, and I would call it like the World Cup or whatever the hell they wanted to call it. But that's just my opinion on how I would do things. It's not set in stone, but that's my alternative to what I said do. But I like my plan A. I like my plan A. My plan A is just cancel this shit and let the players keep their money. But my original plan was split it up in Vegas with Western Conference teams, Eastern Conference teams in Orlando. Play 4 games of preseason, 2 weeks of training camp, 4 games of preseason, 16 regular season games left. Then you go into the playoffs, best of 5 in the first round, best of 7 in the rest of the rounds. Whoever got the best playoff record coming out the East and West, between the East and West, if the Western win, the East got to come to Vegas and do the 7-game series. The East win, the Eastern Conference team that come out the East got the better record than the West. Then the Western Conference team got to come over to Orlando and play it that way. So that's how I'm rocking, personally. Benjamin Foe said, I ain't even hyped to watch the rest. Some of these dudes is out of shape and rusty. It take no more, than 4 games to get right. So yeah, but let's talk about Damian Lillard, right? And I pulled this article up because I'm gonna read exactly what he told. Um, I'm gonna read exactly what he told Yahoo Sports. He probably was talking to Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes is one of the really good dudes in sports. So it's in TMZ. Damian Lillard to the NBA. I won't return this season without a true opportunity at the playoffs. He said, I'm telling you right now, the superstar guard told Yahoo Sports in a phone interview Tuesday, and you can put it in, you can put that fucking in there if that's what he meant. He says that it's threatening to sit out game. Damian Lillard is threatening to sit out games. The NBA won't guarantee his Blazers a true opportunity for the playoffs in the return, saying I'm not going to participate. So they 3.5 games out of the 8 spot behind the Grizzlies. My bad, I said 5.5. So he said he'll sit out if they don't get him a true opportunity to make the playoffs, as he should. Any team that's trying to tank, I wouldn't play none of my top players. The Knicks, the Hawks, the Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix, teams like that, I'm tanking. I'm not sending my best players there to play. I'm tanking so I can get draft position. I don't know why maybe Damian Lillard feel they got a good team. Nurkic should be healthy. Whiteside, Carmelo, those guys, they feel they probably can make a run. My whole thing about Portland, they gotta just man up and get rid of CJ McCollum. They gotta get a Klay Thompson type of guard, Chris Middleton type of guard next to Damian Lillard that can defend his position. And then they gotta find a wing that can create their own shot, like a Dominique Wilkins, or people say Carmelo. Carmelo more of a forward at this point in his career in this league. They need somebody that's a prolific scorer on the wing that can get buckets. Now, who available? Shit, I don't know who available. Not that can do that. In the draft, they would probably do well with getting that kid from overseas. Even I don't think Anthony Edwards is big enough to play that three spot. They need a true prolific three who can get it. Giannis would be good for them. If they could swing Giannis to Portland, which don't nobody want to play in Portland, there's no disrespect to Portland. Like I said, nobody want to play in Detroit, Indiana, neither. But they can get an Oladipo next to him. Oladipo's a little bit. He better than McCollum. Oladipo can defend. It depends if he's healthy or not. If they can. I mean, even DeMar DeRozan would be a good fit next to Damian Lillard. But they still need that three that can create his own shot. They can throw it to him. A Daly type guy. A Kevin Durant type of guy. They need that guy at that wing spot that can get it. They don't need no 3-and-D guy like a Batum, or they try to do that shit with Mo Harkless. They don't work. They need somebody that can ball. And at the 2 spot, they can get a little cheaper guy that can do better than McCollum. That can just defend and shoot threes. They need a dude at the wing that can get buckets. You got, and for guys like that, they need like a Pascal Siakam. We know he ain't getting no Pascal Siakam, but they need that type of guy there. And they need somebody next to Lillard in the backcourt who can defend. The reason why Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, who was an undersized backcourt, work, they can defend. Joe can lock down bigger guards. Isaiah can lock down the point guards. They need a prolific three, a Durant. And you got to look at the bad teams. Like, who's a dude on the bad team that's putting up great numbers? And you know who you can knock on the door and get? Y'all heard it here first. You can knock on the door. Give me Zach LaVine, because Zach LaVine can play the three. If you can get Zach LaVine over there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how would you get him from over there without, if you want, maybe I would try to get McCollum. You can get McCollum up for Zach LaVine, but you got to find somebody in the back. I would play Zach LaVine. You can play him at the 2 or the 3. I would play him at the 3, but you got to find a 2 that can 3-and-D like Middleton. You got to find that guy, at least. You got to find your poor man's Klay Thompson. And maybe they can draft that guy. This draft is pretty deep. Not saying this star-studded at the top. But you can look at Oklahoma City Thunder, see what you can get there. I don't know who all there. I don't consider Gallinari that type of guy. Obviously, Chris Paul and Damian won't work. Gilgeous Alexander and Damian probably won't work. Buddy Hield don't defend though. That's my problem. He don't really commit to defending in Sacramento. But you gotta scrape the bad teams to kind of find that guy. Zach LaVine would be perfect in Portland. Then you gotta continue to look. What the Knicks got to offer. They got any guards? Maybe you can do something with Kevin Knox. You probably obviously would think about Bradley Beal. I think he's a better defender than McCollum and a better athlete. Probably can't get him. Jimmy Butler would have been a good pickup for them. I mean, you gotta go to the bad teams and try to poach a player that you feel that you could turn it around. Or you gotta draft that guy right away, and he gotta be able to step in and immediately impact your team. So you got to continue to look at those type of teams. Brooklyn, they really ain't got that guy. Did really be nice to do with Lillard, but he want to be a point guard. He want to be that guy. You can't fault him for that. So you got to look at him. But Zach LaVine would be a good move for them, and they want to get rid of that guy. They got a couple guys over there in Chicago that's pretty good. Chris Dunn is pretty good. You feel what I'm saying? Kobe White gonna be a star over there. Zach LaVine pretty good. So Zach LaVine is the guy that Portland should look at. But I would more likely play LaVine at the 3. And I would try to look for a 3 and D type duo on the wing. But for Portland, the McCollum and Lillard experience is over with. They got to break that little shit up. McCollum don't defend his position good enough. You know, to be small, you got to be able to defend. Small backcourts got to be tenacious. That's why Eric Snow was next to Allen Iverson. People laugh at Eric Snow, but Eric Snow can defend his positions. He said the youngest ain't get the Daly rep for straight buckets, man. You're nasty. You in a bind, throw it to Daly. You getting a bucket. They got to get a bucket. Zach LaVine could be their bucket getter. And he got the ability to be able to lock down. I would bring Whiteside back, but Whiteside ain't going to break the bank. You could bring Whiteside back. Him and Nurkic, when Nurkic coming off the injury, they can both be part-time big fellas. So Portland, and then Portland lack depth too. I like Kit Bazemore, you feel what I'm saying? But they lack that. They lack that Lewis Williams, Vinnie Johnson, you know what I'm saying, Manu Ginobili off the bench. They lack that oomph off the bench. Portland can makeshift it. They can makeshift it. But possibly Damian Lillard might have to get out of there. Zach LaVine would help. Melo got some years left in him. But that team just lacked the depth. It truly does. So it may be a situation where Damian got to leave. You know, where would Damian go? I mean, you tell me. You want to win. Another guy that can help him out is Drew Holiday. He can defend his position. You know what I'm saying? He a good D up. He ain't the 3 and D guy they need, but he can D. And he can shoot it a bit. So if you can swing a Drew Holiday over there with a Zach LaVine, you still need some depth, though. Still got to get you a microwave off the bench. That's the difference between good teams. Good teams can go, 2 starting lineups in. They can have a starting lineup for a starting lineup. They should have kept Mo Harkless. Mo Harkless was just terrible, bro. Offensively, he couldn't give you nothing. That was wrong with Nicholas Batum. He couldn't give you nothing offensively. Ken Bazemore still ain't giving them much offense. And you know what? Going on free agent, if they can afford Bojanovic from the Sacramento Kings, he'd be a good guy off the bench if he's healthy. You will blink. Bojanovic will give you buckets if you blink. You'll look up Bojanovic got 30 points. Quick. If you can get him to grow into that role, I think Portland's to the point where it's time Damian Lillard to move on. I hate to say it, but they got a lot of moves to make. That team got a lot of holes. You know what I'm saying? And Damian Lillard is one of the best kept secrets. What would be nice for him if he can get to Denver? If they can do a Jamal Murray type deal, he go to Denver. Denver probably make it to the championship with Damian Lillard. Dario Robinson, salute. They probably would. Damian Lillard running with Jokic and they can develop some of them dudes, Bolo, Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton. That'd be nasty. I think Denver should be a destination for him. But you don't want to go to New York. Obviously, the Nets ain't getting rid of Kyrie. So he might need to go to the East. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do a Ben Simmons swap. Him and Joel Embiid, if his fat ass can stay healthy, that'd be nice. Maybe they can get him in Miami. Who don't want to be in Miami? Him, Jimmy Butler, Bam. I hate to give up Tyler Hero because he a fucking baller, but do Hero with some draft picks and somebody else? That'd be nice. But let's kind of end off talking about and I'll give a Q&A about Chuck Daly. Jack McCallum used to write for Sports Illustrated. He covered the Dream Team in '92. They released this audio. Well, this wasn't him, but they released the audio of Michael Jordan, as we all know by now, saying that he said that he, in his own words, that he wasn't going to be on the team if Isaiah was on the team. Now he told the bold-faced lie on The Last Dance. Something that people don't know about Jordan. Jordan was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? People say a lot of bad things about Isaiah. Isaiah was a snake. Isaiah was this. Isaiah was that. Jordan was all that with a bag of chips. Jordan was all that for a bag of chips. with a bag of chips. Jordan pulled so many whole moves. Jordan complained. I'm telling you, they changed the rules for Jordan. You feel me? They changed the rules for Jordan. They helped Jordan get his championships. Isaiah paved the way for Jordan to be where he at. They lied about Isaiah freezing them out at the play in the All-Star game. That was a myth. You feel me? So that's what Jordan. Jordan being the raccoon and not supporting the Senate, the black Senate, and saying Republican about Jordan too, throwing Scottie Pippen under the bus, punching his teammates, all that shit. If the media went against the media hated Isaiah so not just because Isaiah did whole shit. You feel me? All them dudes did Magic did whole shit. All them dudes did whole shit. You feel me? The media just hated Isaiah because he was in Jordan way. He denied Jordan greatness. It's the same thing with LeBron. They vilify Kevin Durant for doing the same thing LeBron did. If he beat the team or the team didn't beat him or not, it didn't matter. They vilify Kevin Durant the same way they vilified Isaiah Thomas. And they want to make it seem like Kevin Durant crazy or whatever situation. But then they sit there and they uplift Steph Curry. But this the same Steph Curry who keep begging people to come to Golden State to help him. You feel me? They beg Kevin Durant to come to the Golden State Warriors. Don't get it twisted. They beg Kevin Durant to come to Golden State. Isaiah wasn't no raccoon. Jordan was. Jordan just started speaking up about shit going on in the black community. He just not started donating. He was quiet as Oprah was. But the media pick and choose who they darlings are. You feel me? Imagine Kevin Durant had a story about his mama and dating a younger guy, and the guy was telling everybody that Kevin Durant was cheating on his wife. Man, ESPN, Kendrick Perkins, all them weak ass dudes will run with that story. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't like Steph Curry, they're talking about how Steph Curry always trying to need more help, need more help, need more help, need more help. And I'm not saying Steph Curry a bad guy. I'm just using it as an example. The media pick and determine who they want to vilify and who they want to put as a hero. Jordan was far from a hero. You notice in The Last Dance, he used rap music. He don't even like rap music. But he's doing that to play to the urban people to buy his shoes. But to talk about the topic of discussion, Chuck Daly after 92, he coached in New Jersey after that. So obviously he may not have liked Isaiah Thomas neither. But Isaiah Thomas was the reason why he was even relevant. You know what I'm saying? He was the reason why. Without Isaiah, that team ain't shit. Man, people forget Isaiah was the second pick in the draft. What was that, 84, 85, something like that? Isaiah didn't want to come to Detroit. Without Isaiah, ain't no Chuck Daly. And I don't want to kind of down the dude because he can't defend himself. But I don't expect no white man or no clear person to tell the truth. I don't expect him to tell the truth. Now, Ralph Thorne could have been lying, saying, "Oh, Chuck don't want him on the team either." But why would Jordan? Why would Jordan allow Chuck Daly to coach the team if they didn't have a mutual disdain for Isaiah Thomas? And I see a lot of Piston fans. I got a Detroit channel. Check it out, Motor City Sports Talk. If y'all can check it out, it's in the cars too. Just hit that white eye on your screen. Oh, Isaiah was this, Isaiah was that. That just lets you know the new age motherfucking Piston fan or the new age Detroit sports fan, they terrible. You can't know where you're going unless you know your past. Everybody giving Jordan this fucking pass. Giving him this pass. He was terrible too. But I can believe it. I can believe Chuck didn't want him on the team, or I can believe Rod Thorne lied and said Chuck didn't want him on the team. But you think Isaiah Thomas cared? No, it's probably something that he already knew. But it went from, oh, Mike didn't say that. He had problems with Magic. Karl Malone didn't like him. Well, let me say this. Who cares about what Karl Malone thinks? This is the same dude who raped the chick allegedly and had a baby and paid her off not to say nothing. Who don't take care of his kids. I don't respect no man who don't take care of his responsibilities. I don't respect no man who's a child predator. Who cares about what he thinks? Magic Johnson was old as shit. Who cares about what Magic thinks? This motherfucker couldn't put a hat on his Jimmy. He shouldn't even have an opinion. Larry Bird couldn't even walk. Larry Bird couldn't even walk. Christian Laettner was on the team. Out of all the players in the NBA, I know Dominique had an ACL injury or a torn Achilles, excuse me. But all the NBA players on the team, no disrespect to John Stockton, I think he a top 10 guard. He couldn't hold a candle to Isaiah Thomas. So Chuck Daly probably did conspire. You know, if a real motherfucker that had your back that was 110 toes down, hey, I ain't coaching the team unless Isaiah on the team. I need my guy on the team. But that just let you know how I really was. Your own man. So you got Chuck Daly ain't known for shit else but wearing dope suits and winning the championship off the strength of Isaiah. Without Isaiah, the Pistons don't win the championship. They not there. And this was no makeshift. This was no makeshift shit or this was an intense rivalry, dude. It was Detroit versus everybody. Even in 87, 86, 80, man, they robbed us versus the damn Kareem and Bill when Isaiah scored them 20 some points in the third quarter and went crazy. We was about to win. They called a phantom call on Bill Laimbeer. You talk about treason and espionage. You know, Chuck Daly just did that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if he said that about Isaiah Thomas. Like Flavor Flav say, you can't trust him. That's the ultimate disrespect, in my humble opinion. You feel me? It's a rivalry. This ain't this little weak rivalry they got today where, you know, they mad for a 7-game series and then they go out and have a burger or eat a steak and they work out in the summer. No, this some shit. We hate them and they hate us. And if Chuck said that, bro, that's the ultimate disrespect. That's like LeBron going, you know, that's like LeBron joining the Monstars and Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors in there in some people's mind. But it was worse than that because it was bad blood shit. The NBA conspired. They didn't conspire. They did change rules to help Jordan get past the Pistons. Where the Texan flagrants and fines and suspension come from? It came from the bad boys. But when Bird and Magic was doing hard fouls and they was playing hard, it wasn't no bad blood. It wasn't no bad blood. When they talking about they changed the rules for Will Chamberlain, they changed the rules for Isaiah Thomas and them, and they took Rick Mahorn off of there. That was a huge thing. And then, not to mention, Jordan took some players and put them on the Bulls. So now you sitting here, and Isaiah, if this is true, Isaiah been knew about this. If this is true, you looking at the nigga funny. Of course he wouldn't coach me again after he did that shit. I am no. Trade me. I ain't playing for this pilgrim. I ain't playing for this traitor. I mean, it's a couple things you don't do. You don't go fuck with Boston, and you don't cross and go mess with the fucking with the Bulls back then. That's like Ray Allen, hoe ass joining the Miami Heat. I had no respect for Ray Allen after that. As a man, as a basketball player, forget Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? That was like I said, I feel with Rondo and them coming. Fuck Ray Allen. That was some hoe ass shit. We battling against this man in the NBA. They did the same shit they did to the Pistons for LeBron against the Celtics. Hate to say it, fuck the Celtics, but I hate to say it though. Like Kevin Garnett said they didn't want us to win. They did cheat and get LeBron. And Miami still he created a supers team and still struggle with the Boston Celtics. Still win 7. And what Ray Allen whole ass go do? Go join them. Come on, man. People talking about the weakest move. That was the weakest move because that was the last good rivalry in the NBA was LeBron versus the Boston Celtics. That was the last good rivalry. But they put LeBron on the pedestal 3-6. And when he lose, he played against this team and that team. LeBron don't play against one prominent 7-footer. Tim Duncan wasn't in his prime then. He was still a solid player, but that wasn't prime Tim Duncan. Isaiah conquered. They talking about Jordan. Isaiah conquered the greatest players in the greatest era for big man of all time. Kareem, Bird, Magic, Hakeem was around. Patrick Ewing, Bernard King gave the Piston problems at one point. Dominique Wilkins, he conquered them. And Jordan helped fucking take away the center in the NBA. That's why we at where we at now between Dirk and between Dirk and Michael Jordan. That's why people don't believe in the center no more. That's why they made the center position a beta male position. They trying to get rid of it. When they seen the guard can do a three-peat and dominate the NBA, man, they was ready to throw away the Hakeems, and that's why you got dudes like Dirk Nowitzki and Anthony Davis and stuff of that. That's why you got these dudes here, them beta male fucking centers. Between Jordan and Dirk, I'm not knocking either one of them. Between Jordan and Dirk, they took the traditional center out the game. Hakeem ain't had to shoot threes to be effective. Neither did Shaq. Neither did Malone. When Jordan dominated all of them, throughout the seasons, that was like we don't need a center. And then the Bulls didn't have a prominent center. So then you start getting the Garnetts and the Tim Duncans, and then they was more like, they was a new breed. And then Dirk just took it to another level. Dirk influenced the big man more than anybody. But you can make a case from one standpoint of view that Jordan was the shitty ass person. You could definitely make a case. It could be two good guys, it could be two bad guys, but they condition society good versus bad. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan was a terrible guy. You seen it. It's one thing to punch the ops, but to punch your teammates and take food off their table. And what worse way and to throw your teammate under the bus? You making $33 million a year, $36 million, and Scottie Pippen making $2 million. You say he's selfish. Come on. Who called another man a bitch or a hoe? Them fighting words. But they gotta find somebody to make the good guy and the bad guy. It's gonna continue to do that. But the difference today is it's no point to make nobody the bad guy. All these dudes, it's a love fest. Ain't nobody dissing nobody on wax no more. Ain't nobody talking about, oh, he garbage, he trash, oh, he choke. All these niggas respect each other. They look at LeBron like he like God. Even Durant. And like in Kawhi Leonard, he don't say nothing. And when somebody do leak something that he said, oh, I didn't say it. So it's the competitive nature in basketball is out of there. In all sports, it ain't really no rivalries no more. Hey, you fucked that up. Everybody hugging and loving each other, signing jerseys. If you just whoop my ass on a football, basketball field, baseball diamond, why do I want your jersey, my nigga? I hate losing. That's why sports is like, you see why your grandparents don't like watch the news, or they watch the news and they don't watch sports like they used to. It's because this shit is just watered down. I want to see some. I want to see some with social media. I want to see dudes diss people on wax. I want to see some more of that James Harden and Giannis talk. Yeah, Lenny, salute. I want to see that Charles Barkley. I want to see, it ain't too many dogs no more. Everybody just respect everybody in sports too much. Ain't no more trash talking. That's why I like Baker Mayfield. Man, talk that shit, man. Fuck this old. We we got to be nice to each other. Man, I want to see some competitive. I want to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. I want to see somebody talk that shit, back it up, talk it, don't back it up. Oh man, all these dudes with social, this shit is just soft. They be getting injured too much, man. That's why I like Baker. Talk your shit. Make it interesting. Everybody want to be humble. Everybody want to be quiet. Man, give me some of that Bart Scott. That Detroit shit. Can't wait. Give me some of that. Bring rivalries back. LeBron got everybody singing Kumbaya. Man, the young lion, he ain't got no respect for the old lion when he ready to take over Pride Rock. Kevin Durant and Kyrie should put on their motherfucking Vegeta. And what was the dude that was with Vegeta? The bald head dude. Put y'all motherfucking scholars and come. Man, I love for Kevin Durant and Kyrie to become the bad guys. I love for them to be talking shit. You see, they leak shit about Kevin Durant. They leak shit about, James Harden going to the strip club. You see Kendrick Perkins snitching, Draymond snitching, all this, that, and the third. Man, man. I want to see them treat LeBron the same way. Treat Steph Curry the same way. We all know Steph Curry wife probably getting knocked. Napa, thank you. We all know Steph Curry wife probably getting knocked down by some 9 to 5 nigga or some nigga that sell weed. Everybody know that. Steph Curry wife getting pounded by some sorry ass dude. And when he retires, she gonna divorce him or something like that. We all know Steph Curry wife getting knocked down. Talk about that shit. But they got dudes who they want to be the golden boy. That's perfect like they did with Tiger Woods. That's perfect like LeBron. That's one of the reasons I don't like LeBron. It reminds me of Jordan too much. I'm tired of hearing shit about him 24/7. All these motherfuckers, respecting him. Man, come take his ass and kick him off the motherfucking the hill. Come snatch the motherfucking crown for him. Because if you don't snatch the crown from him and let it be known, like Kevin Durant. When he beat LeBron ass each time, like, man, I fucked him up. Why he ain't want to guard me? Sissy ass. I've been talking cash. I'll be talking cash. And they say, oh, you had to go join them. He had to join Miami just to almost break five, just to be 500. Just to be 500. He 3-6 in finals. Why he always choking? Like Kevin Durant just being too nice. Embrace the villain role. Isaiah Thomas, embrace it. They already made you the villain. Embrace it. I would. I definitely embrace it. Care about wearing the black hat? I wear that motherfucker. It's all subjective. I don't care about what people be saying about me. This nigga. I don't care what I care for. If my name in your mouth, I must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit, man. But y'all got any questions, man, before I get out of here, man? We done barbecue 2 days in a row. I'm about to go smash. Miles be trying to jump on the grill and shit. I went around the corner, taking play with his brothers. And his sister, man, nigga tried to jump on the grill. I said, man, I can't afford that big ass juicy rib. Shit, I don't even eat ribs. I don't eat pork. I just started back eating red meat with this corona shit, man. They gotta open the gyms back up. They opened them all. It's back up Thursday. And no niggas I will not be going. I seen niggas standing outside of it used to be called Mr. Allen Snipes for some shoes. Now I ain't standing out there for no shoes, buddy. I ain't standing out there for no clothes. If I'm standing somewhere, it's for some water, air conditioner, or something of use. Y'all got any questions on Aaron? He said, dog, said Curry. Yeah, man, come on, man. You can tell, man. Said no pork on my fork either. I ain't fucking with it. You could tell Steph Curry wife getting knocked down by some random dude, bro. And he'd be a fool for not knocking down these random hoes. You could tell Gabrielle Union told her to go be a hoe. You feel me? She talked about, not feeling pretty and nobody noticed. Anytime a girl start talking about not getting no attention, bros, that means Steph Curry ain't doing something right. And how can you pay attention when you're on the road 82 games of the year or 42 games of the year? You got media. Some other dude going smash. He hawk smashing her. I'm telling you. Just like these dudes on the road get it in, these wives get it in. That's why Tim Duncan wife tried to say he was gay and divorced him. Kevin Garnett he retired. He got divorced. Come on, man. What you think when dudes retire for out these leagues? These women, soon as the mustard gone, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler wife got mad because he wanted to sit at the house and enjoy life. Because he didn't want to go be a commentator or he didn't play football no more. She started complaining, now he divorcing her. When you start sitting at home and you retire or you get laid off or you made enough money or whatever and you can start being in your girl mix, she can't move the way she want to move, especially these dudes. Your average wealthy dude, like LeBron James' wife allegedly slept with Rashard Lewis. Imagine that with Kevin Durant. or Kevin Durant mama getting piped down by a player, the media will blow it up. And people ask me why I didn't fuck with why I don't fuck with like LeBron. It remind me of Jordan too much. He said it's going to be Eric Williams hard for me to watch the NBA right now after watching The Last Dance and watching games in the 80s and 90s on YouTube, NBC, and CBS telecast of NBA. Yes, dope, totally different games. NBA is a terrible product. I only watch it for its fantasy purposes, for FanDuel. That's it. Or the Piston game. That's the only games I watch. Until playoff time, I don't pay it no attention. You got questions, I keep asking. But like I said, man, notice, man. You like dudes out here doing their thing, like me and you. You think you out here, running streets, playing the field, and coming home late from work. Yo girl giving it up to the weed dealer. You know what I'm saying? Yo girl sneaking and saying she going over Pam's house and she getting knocked down by a nigga. Dog, you can't trust nobody, bro. These females trying to be masculine so bad. They trying to be dudes. And they trying to emasculate the dudes. Real talk, you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. If you cheating, you getting cheated on. Let me just put it that way. If you cheating hard, like on a regular basis, don't marry your girl. Don't do it to yourself. Prenup or no prenup. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. It just makes too much sense. If she willing to walk, and if you don't marry her and she willing to take the kids, well, hey, it is what it is. You probably gonna save more money in child support regardless. These girls want to be dudes so bad. I'm telling you, somebody knocking down Aisha Curry, knocking her shit silly. And the dude that's knocking her shit silly ain't got to worry about getting her pregnant. She probably buying them, and it ain't just her. It's a lot of wives. You think LeBron out there, he young, running through the groupies and shit. Same thing with Shawnee and Shaq. Man, she been cheating on him. Tim Duncan White been cheating on him. Ain't nothing new. I would never get married while I was an active player. Chris Webber was the realest one. Chris Webber didn't marry what's her name? Shit, y'all know what I'm talking about. Tyra Banks. She got mad because he got caught cheating. Shit, he say them. Man, Chris Webber look happy every time you see him. And when a nigga happy like that, like Chris Webber, when people happy like him, and he getting criticized on Twitter for not being a good commentator, and he always happy like, you'll never see that nigga mad. Other than when they bring up the timeout and Jalen Rose, Chris Webber living his best life. Retired, got hair. Because he had a father probably told him, like, man, don't get married. That's some sucker shit. Unless you got a wife like Doug Christie that's going to be on the road 24/7 with you. Go look up that crazy broad. She made sure that nigga, when she ran that nigga, man, I'd be clowning him like, oh, he got to beat my ass. Oh, he got a family now? Shit, he waited. He didn't have no family when he retired. Shit, because him and Tyra Banks was about to get married, and then she caught him cheating or something. Shit, just continue to play the field, bro. I'm telling you, though, all these athletes, and then when these dudes go broke, these women gone. They taking the rest of what you got. You ain't got nothing. They taking 100% of nothing, 80% of nothing. I'm telling you, if you out here cheating, she cheating. And the worst feeling is, and I say this all the time. The worst feeling is your chick cheating with another chick. That's the worst feeling. Now y'all break up and now she got a bull dagger. You feel me? And now your son, your daughter looking up to a stepmama. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. These bras ain't playing fair, dog. At all. If your girl like threesomes, they like other chicks, don't marry her. Tell you that right now. If your chick asks you to do a threesome or asks you to do some swinger shit, bro, she ain't the one. Real talk. Or you ask her to do a threesome and she ain't the one. That shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? 2, 3 girlfriends and that it ain't gonna work, bro. It ain't. You might as well cut ties with her right now. It ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, people think that shit cute. Hell no. Who want to share their wife with another woman? That shit. That's motherfucking. That's chicks. He said chick took my chick before. Man, work. At least it wasn't your wife. Hopefully it wasn't your baby mama. I'm telling you. And their excuse is the men are just so terrible. What about you? The women claim they don't do nothing wrong. He said my side chick wanted a threesome with her and her best friend. I did it. That's your side chick. Your side chick ain't never going should never be your main chick. Especially if you got a chick that's cheating on her man with you, she can never be no. You can never trust her. You can never trust her. If you got what I'm saying is if you got aspirations to marry this woman, you feel me? No. If she just the girl you kicking it with, it's cool. But if she gonna be your father or your mother to your baby's mama or whatever, that's nah. So what you think what you think your daughter gonna grow up as? Gonna grow up just like the mama. Motherfuckers don't think about that shit. If she raised your son with a bulldagger as a stepmama, stepdaddy, what you think that's gonna tell you about your son? What your son gonna think? The chance of him, swinging the wrong way, it shoots astronomically high. Bro, marriage gonna be in 50 years. Watch. So you gotta just keep your ducks in order. You gotta know who your hoes is, who if you tricking, who your girls you gonna trick with, your freaks, who your freaks is, and then you gotta know who is your relationship material. Everything with a fat ass ain't relationship material. Relationship material is basically women. If you go to jail, she gonna hold it down. She ain't gonna run off with the bag. Your average sack chaser, gold digger, trick chick, or just scurvy chick, she gonna run off with the bag. Even if she don't look that good, you got loyalty. Loyalty looks sexy as hell when you get into a bind. When you down and you almost out, and your girl can uplift you and hold you down. Shit, that's the most sexiest shit in the world. That's Instagram model bitch times 20. That's Rihanna times 20. But she look good, and you go down and she run off with all your shit and leave you. When shit start to drop, you get in trouble. You come home like Michael Vick, nothing. See, that's how I knew Plexico Burris had a. I'm gonna just end on this one. This how I knew Plexico Burris had a real chick. Plexico Burris say I went to jail. What was it, 2 years, a year, whatever. He said I went to jail and I got out, and all my shit was the same. My house was like I left it. No financial issues, no nothing. His woman held down the fort. That's why he married her. She might not be the baddest. I don't know what she looked like. She might not be the baddest in the NFL, but that's why she married her. He said, you better tell these fellows that they need to strap up these females now. They want to buzz nuts and them. Yup. It'll show. Ain't nothing sexier than loyalty. And everybody gonna fall off. These ugly bras like egos, baby. Yeah, anything with a fat ass. But yeah, let me slide up out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to share the videos. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business questions, inquiry, sponsorship, video questions, want to chop it up. Twitter, the fastest way, then IG, then Facebook. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Don't forget, for more videos like this, check out the NBA one-on-one playlist. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Good for the sport.